My name is Keegan Daniel Johnson.
I'm Monica Palmori, and I'm from Germantown, Maryland.
Hi, my name is Maggie Palmori.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Crouch. I'm one of the students from the Bible Institute by Revelation of Love Ministries by David Machado, Pastor David Machado. I come from the east side of Big Island in Hawaii.
And I was watching 3ABN one evening, and in the background, 3ABN was on, and David was being interviewed by them. And he was talking about this new school, the Bible Institute, that he was just getting ready to launch. It was going to be their first program.
She said it's run by this pastor, David Machado. He graduated from the Washita Hills College. Your sister attended the Washita Hills Academy, so they're right next to each other, so there's a connection. So she said, why don't you try it out? So I said, okay.
So this is my first time ever being to Arkansas, so it is, while we are just about in the center of the country, it was a big change of scene because I live in such a big city-ish area. It was beautiful to experience all the fields and how everybody is wholesome, but as well as the vegetables that are grown, the fruits that are grown, as well as the grains. Everything I could tell what was fresh and what I'd been eating was not truly fresh from the grocery store.
The farm, the Bible Institute and Revelation of Love setting is in sort of rural Arkansas, but not too far from Hot Springs. So there's things to do, but the actual institute location is on a farm, about a 15-acre farm, where they're growing healthy foods. They have a big greenhouse. It's just a place where you can see what you're learning in living color.
There's a lot of, temptations that I'm surrounded by constantly. And just being able to come to Arkansas with these Christ-centered people in an atmosphere that is completely away from all of the chaos of the world. It has been a way for me to refresh, reset, and allow my perspective on life to take a minute and understand what our purpose of life is.
There's many facets to why the program was meaningful, but it was all about putting your faith to action, and with the emphasis, this great balance between the purpose of health, the meaningfulness of health in everybody's life, why, of course, it's so relevant, it's so needed, and the gospel. And by merging health with evangelism, you just can't get more relevant.
And we were all close to each other, like the houses, the building, the bathrooms, and then we would meet every day. So I felt like, hey, we're a family. And then we would eat together too, and all the guest speakers, we'd all eat together. So it's like, oh, we're one big family.
Something I also really loved about the Bible Institute was how supportive everyone is. Every morning we had worship where we said our praise reports and prayer requests, and that alone itself was a great way for everyone to share what's going on in their lives and share what they've been taking out of the Bible Institute. But personally, I was doing calculus as I was also doing the school, and I was really worried about how much work it would be. But every morning when I would tell everyone that I needed prayer for my calculus test, everyone would pray. We'd all get on our knees and pray over it, which brought me a lot of comfort. And then the next day, I would come and I would do the praise report about how I did, and everyone would cheer. So it just shows a great way of how the Bible Institute is just very understanding, loving, and will pray for you no matter what's going on.
Before coming here, I was a little afraid of that because I did eat a lot of meat back in Maryland, but realizing that vegan food, it fills you up in a much more satisfying way. I get very full off of vegetables, fruit, and starch. I love my potatoes. I'm a big potato fan. So I got to eat as much potatoes as I wanted. And I'm also a diabetic, so it was much easier to stabilize our blood sugar while not eating all the processed and nonsensical foods that are added into a lot of the foods that we eat nowadays. Also a blessing too, if we wanted, there wasn't many fast food to choose from, so I enjoyed that as well. If you wanted to eat, you had to wait for proper timing to eat, and it was all the food that God expects us and wants us to be eating from this beautiful earth.
You can go to the garden, you could pick the fruits, you could pick the vegetables. The food obviously was fantastic. Valentina is an incredible cook, so that was an added bonus that I wasn't expecting. Boy, honestly, trying to figure out which one of the classes were my favorite is truly a tall order. I would have to say that Dr. Mark Sandoval's class, I really enjoyed.
Health was good. It reinforced my knowledge that I had already. Evangelism was nice because David went in like better detail on how to do evangelism, how to get Bible study contacts, how to lead them through Bible studies.
But also, there was a whole range of hydrotherapy classes. I would say we learned at least 7 or 8 hands-on practical ways to use hydrotherapy to help, with basic things. For example, I had hurt my foot, and my foot was swollen, and it was really difficult to walk on it. And my daughter did the hydrotherapy on my foot, and the next day I woke up and I was feeling much better. The massage classes, the nutrition classes, I learned a lot.
David's morning sessions, they were very influential to me because one, we got to know David outside of class, so it really helped me build that trust and relatableness to David, which I really enjoyed. And all of his classes, a lot of them were very practical, how I can use them in my life, like dealing with doubt or keeping my eyes on Jesus. And he's very energetic and excited when he's preaching or just teaching or anything like that. So I really got a lot out of his classes as well.
I had already gone to an online school from another medical missionary / evangelism self-supporting ministry. There was some things lacking in their curriculum, especially on the evangelism side. Health was perfect. Evangelism wasn't so good. I was looking, well, I have this health, but I have no idea or little idea how to actually implement it in evangelism and giving it to people.
There are a number of ministries that teach health evangelism. The reason I picked the Bible Institute was because they really had an evangelism emphasis that married really, really beautifully with the health side. And it was based on this idea of someone like me, a layman. I have no background in health whatsoever, but really, health evangelism, medical ministry is for the layman. It is for people like me. That's the idea. We're all supposed to be medical ministries. And that was the emphasis that David took with the program. And I thought, okay, I can do this. I could do this. And now that I've done it, I can go back home running because I really feel like I'm equipped.
Also, when I do plan to leave, I want to share with my friends and loved ones who weren't able to come and experience this love here in Arkansas, the revelation of love. I would love to be able to try to get across what I've learned and how it changed my mindset. And I can truly say that my experience with everybody here, I'm much more comfortable talking about God, speaking about God, and bringing the joy of God to other people. I can't help but smile when I think about bringing other people, showing other people love, and opening the Word of God with other people.
My church sponsored me to come to the Bible Institute, so part of my duty is to them. And so I'll have to work on training them and on evangelism and health.
I've learned a lot from each of them, whether that was with evangelism, personal evangelism, how to bring that back to Tampa and tell friends of mine who are in secular mindsets or don't know Christ or whatever it may be, how I can use Christ's method to bring them towards Christ and show them that I care for them no matter what, whether they are following God or not. I still care for them, but be able to share the gospel with them in that way. And I've also learned a lot of medical ministry, and I have developed a new understanding that it is really my job to bring Christ to others in different ways that we're able to do that. So I really enjoyed my time at the Bible Institute.
Yes, I would. Yeah, the evangelism classes are good. Health classes were good, especially on the natural remedies.
Yes, I would recommend the Bible Institute to others. I actually really already have. It was a really big impact on me, and I know it will be on others. It's really great because for the Bible Institute, people of all different walks of life can come and they can take something out of it of their own. Like for me, I go to a secular university in Tampa. I don't have much of a community where I go to school, but I'm able to take back what I learned with friendship evangelism. I'm able to take back what I've learned with public evangelism, and I can take that back to Tampa, where normally last year I wouldn't have been comfortable sharing God in the atmosphere that I'm in because of how non-Christ-centered focused it is.
Absolutely. The Bible Institute was such a wholesome experience. I'm extremely blessed very thankful to have been able to experience this institute in Arkansas and how much of a wholesome lifestyle everybody here lives. And they wake up every day with a smile on their face, and you have more than enough opportunities to go and get a run in and everything like that. There's also a gym down the street if you so desire, because I was definitely doing that as well. All the way around, beautiful blessing to be able to be here.
I would definitely recommend the class, truly. If you want to learn, and not theory, but you want to be able to apply what you've learned and use it, use it when you walk outside the door, this is the place, because not only are you learning things that make you feel confident that you can approach people, that you can solve problems, but you're going through examples, you're going through real life scenarios, you're learning with hands-on technique by some of the experts that are doing this at E.G. Pines and many other places. So I would truly recommend it, because you're also at the same time really getting closer with other people who are living the life of Christ and other students who are like you, wanting to bring this into practice.